Hello everyone and welcome back to our blind let's play of Phoenix Wright. It's Attorney Trials and Tribulations. My name is FlightlessBird, this is your story is going to be jailed, and today we are trying to get to the bottom of this case, and we're going to try to figure out if there really is a fake Master the Mask, or if it is really the real thing. The one question I have though is actually I have a bunch of questions, but I don't know how all these dots are filled. Is the obvious question, which is Rhonda Light cannot be in two places at the same time, which means Master the Mask is most likely not Rhonda Light. And if it is Rhonda Light, then the Master Mask that booked into the place is not the real Master the Mask. Whew. We'll have to wait and see. For now, let us go ahead and cross-examine Mr. Luke Atmey, shall we? It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. By the way, I hope everyone's having a wonderfully fantastic day today. So that would be 1 o'clock on the morning of the 12th, correct? Well, that's an impressive deduction, so there you are. You were on security duty that night. What exactly were you at the time? A predatory question. I was in the basement warehouse, near the computer. Near the computer, huh? So then, you weren't trying to remain hidden, I take it. Up to this point, I had tried to remain concealed while waiting for that day. Yeah, he said the same thing yesterday, too. Gumshoe also said that they never spotted the thief at the crime scenes before. Precisely! That is precisely why I chose not to hide that last night. I knew that by not concealing myself, I would be putting pressure on the thief. Looks like the thief was the one applying pressure on your pigeony head, that is. Ooh. In any case, well, that's when my nemesis, the infamous Master the Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Dancingly descended? From where exactly? Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else? So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. So how is it that you didn't notice the thief? My eyes were looking for the thief's shadows, while my ears listened for his footfalls. But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up upon me. It can only be due to his subtly camouflaged cape and soft sole shoes. All the dots. I hereby dub you a stunt. And just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened? Well, that's the difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask. Well, that's all I can recall. That's not very solid as far as testimony goes. However, fortunately, I had my third monocle, the security camera, at the ready. It captured his image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe. Well, as long as this photo is authentic, I don't see a problem here. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have a problem with the photo? Good, yes, I'll take that as a no. Alright then, well, let's continue with the testimony. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single slack. And when I woke, he was gone. Oops, wrong button. Attacked and knocked unconscious, and you weren't able to do a thing? Well, that's certainly some very impressive detective work. Well, so there we are. Have you ever been suddenly stuck on the head? Huh? Well, Actually, yes. By a fire extinguisher. And what happened? Well, I was knocked out. And you lost your memory too. You see, you have no right to look down at me then, do you? The only reason I did lose my memory is because I have more brains to begin with. He may have brains, but the wiring to the self-reflection part seems to be severed. In any case, that was how I was knocked to 6, and then 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. About this 30 minutes part. My silver cord was loosed, and my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium. As usual, I have no idea what this guy is saying. Well, I understand the golden fields of Elysium. That's the, that's like heaven for Greek warriors. I think he's saying it was out cold. Or that. So, what happened during those 30 minutes? No one can say, Your Honor. That span of time has totally vanished into the ether. Just what is he going on about? There's something suspicious about Detective Atmey. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. But that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Huh? Which piece? The real question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? Alright, so the game is telling me that he just as I began to turn the blow, it's because he was watching from the computer room, right? So he would have seen. And besides, I didn't mean to do that. I'll just talk while he's doing this. And besides, if he's watching from the computer room, wouldn't he see the guy enter into the area? So, let's see. The warehouse camera, photo of the storeroom. I think it's the camera data. Because they would have seen the camera, right? I guess that's not it. That's not it. How do I prove this? Yeah, how do I prove what I'm trying to think of? That's always a hard thing about these games. Is you think you know what to do, but when it comes to proving it, that's always the hard part. Stop that. Hold on, I'm gonna stick with this for a second just so I can maybe it's the sword? Because it says it was knocked on the head, right? And it was knocked on the head by the Shishito. No? Huh? Hold on, maybe I'm trying to rush this too fast. Let me look at the profiles. Yeah, it really makes sense. Pitiful guy. We have Godot here, by the way. Age question marks? A prosecutor is shrouded in mystery. He seems to know me somehow. Let's see. It was approximately 1 in the morning. Dancingly descended upon me. Began to turn. He struck me on my noble head. Before I could land a strike, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. Alright, Let's see. Let's see. Camera entrance. Because he would have seen that, right? Yeah, he would have seen him enter. No. I mean, I was on a roll yesterday, wasn't I? Could have swore I was on a roll yesterday. But today, not so much. Not so much at all. Yeah, I'm not on a roll. But you know what I do need to do? I definitely need to see the game over screen. Just because. So, I'm not gonna load yet. I think what I need to do is I need to hold it. One more time on that last thing. Yeah, I need to look over that last line of dialogue again because I think I may be missing something. Alright, let me do that. Well, first, let's see the game over screen, just because. Well, that's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. Nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. This court finds the defendant, Ron Delight. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. The court is adjourned. I mean, you never know. Maybe one of these days you'll have like a hidden little secret Easter egg thing at the end there. Alright, I wanted to double check this. About this 30 minutes. Something suspicious. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. But that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Huh? Which piece? The real question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? What is the obvious lie? It was 1 o'clock. We know that because the camera data says it went off at 1 a.m. So it was definitely approximately 1 o'clock. We also know that this photo says it was approximately 1 o'clock. So we know everything was at 1 o'clock. You know what I realized? I just had a theory. You ready for this theory, my friends? The theory is that right there is Luke Atmey. But here's the thing. We're not seeing him enter into the room. We're seeing him exit the room. Because if you look in the top right corner area, you'll see that the statue had been moved already. So this is him leaving, not entering. So it was actually stolen before 1 o'clock a.m. But I know this isn't gonna work. Because we know that he's right about what he says. It's just, if the theory works, he's wrong about how it's done. But how can I prove... How can I prove this, though? Like, how can I prove that he knew the person was here? Ugh. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Like I said, I'm not really sure what to do here. Like, I think I know what I want to say, I just don't know how I have to say it. And because of that, I'm blanking on what I'm supposed to do. So I'm suspicious. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says it was unconscious and couldn't fight back. Yes, that's true. I can't be right, it contradicts evidence. The question is, therefore, which piece? Why would he tell such an obvious lie? Alright, let's look at the evidence. What could the evidence be? Okay, let's just start there. The evidence is one of these 6 items. It's one of these 6 items. The treasure exhibit poster is just the urn. That doesn't help us any. Yeah, it doesn't help us any. Right. Amy face golden statue is moved, but he didn't say anything about this, so this doesn't help us any. The second urn is the thing that's stolen. That doesn't help us any. The calling card doesn't say what time he's coming. So since it doesn't say what time, this doesn't help us any. The camera data says it went off at 1 a.m. The problem is that I've used the camera data on all of the available things I could think of. The Shichishito, I thought about when he said that, you know, he said that he couldn't see the person coming. FlightlessBird. It helps if you read. The mask knocked Atmey out during the crime with a blow to the back of the head. Didn't he say turned? Just as I began to turn. Which means, according to that testimony, he would have been facing mask started mask. But the evidence says it was a blow to the back of the head. There's a contradiction. Oh, it helps if I read. Oh, man, you see? I'm telling you. As soon as they said the lie was obvious, I immediately jumped to a conclusion. It had to be about time, and I didn't take my time to actually think about it. But before I say it, let's see if I'm actually right. That's not right. How is that not right? How is that not right? He said that he turned. How is that not right? The coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head, just as I began to turn. before I could land a single strike. Maybe it's this one? I don't get it! I don't get it. Alright, let's go through this again. This seems to be like what would seems to be like what happened before is maybe there's a new thing that appeared because I had done a previous statement. Because that's happened, right? Can't believe I would be stuck this long on the opening part of the case. I mean, come on. I was doing so well yesterday. These shadows managed to sneak up on me. There's the camouflage shoes. There's the ace stunts. You didn't see the criminal's face. Saw his mask. That's all I can recall. I have my third monocle, the security camera. And then he takes a sip of his coffee because he has no problems with this whatsoever. Alright. Darkness swallowed me. We're gonna follow this. And we're not able to do a thing. Very impressive detective work. And then here's the part where, this is a memory thing, right? Yeah, I have more brains. 30 minutes later, I use the, thing. Silver cord loosened. No idea what he's saying. What is he going on about? There's gotta be a clue there. Something suspicious. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, it says he was unconscious before he could fight back. But that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Which piece? Why would he? So what Phoenix is saying... I need to read that one more time, sorry. Phoenix is telling me something here. He says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. Phoenix is saying this is an obvious lie. Which means that he could fight back. Move the night of the crime. One of the treasures. Said before a heist. Went off. Blow to the back of the head. He said he turned and he was hit in the back of the head, but that's not it. I've already ruled out all these other pieces of evidence, right? Am I missing something else? It's not the blackmail letter. It has nothing to do with this part of the case. It's not Ron's wallet. It has a key card. I mean, the publicity photo is just a photo. Oh. Okay. You can stop killing me in the comment section. I understand. There's no way he could have been unconscious before fighting back, because he said that Damascus' brooch was torn off, and it could only have been torn off in a struggle. Therefore, he had to have fought back in order for the brooch to be torn off. Is that it? Is that it? Now, what would you use this? before I could land a single strike. Is it this? Finally! Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Oh, good God. That took me way too long. I'm sorry, my friends. We were on that for 25 minutes. I'm really, really sorry. Oh, man. Let's hope the rest of this case isn't like that. Mr. Atmey, could you take a look at could you... See, now after doing all that, I can't even speak. Could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours? Ah, this belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch nemesis, Master Damask. It is, in point of fact, Master Damask's brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Ha! Well, elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, was it glued on well enough? No. Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off? We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. Just like I spent all night struggling with that first part of the case. That's the only thing I can think of. And there's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person that was on security duty that night, you, Detective Atmey. Detective Atmey, you must have fought with the thief that night. So, why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime. No, wait, just a moment, Sir Old-Timer. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home. Yeah. I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. The true measure of a man is the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? You talk too much. Wow, that was cold. Witness, so are you now saying that you and the thief fought? Hold on. That's quite enough, Your Honor. Where did my coffee go? Excuse me. There it is. Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules. Save the big questions for the testimony. This guy's got... This guy doesn't say much. He's a really much an enigma, isn't he? Who is this guy? Could this be Phoenix Wright's dad? Nah, you would recognize if it was Phoenix Wright's dad. I mean, come on. Imagine if it was Dick Killer in disguise. Yet again. Indeed, I understand. Look at me. Completely agree. Or agree completely. Fight with the thief. Wow, that was quick. Alright. Let's not mess up this time. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, Luke Atmey cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed the weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights only with his own fist, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true and wham! And that's all that she wrote. Alright. Alright. So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Master Damask? Correct! It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak. This guy is squirrelier than a tree full of squirrels? I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyway. Well, that's certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which case. I'm pretty sure you always get confused with anything that happens ever in your life. I'm pretty sure you have someone who dresses you, or else you probably wouldn't have your robe on. You'd probably just have your bathrobe on. I would like to see that. Like one time he comes through with a judge case and he's got his bathrobe on and he's like, order! And everyone's looking at him like, why is he wearing a bathrobe? And everyone's just like, shh, just ignore him. That's just who he is. Well, that can't be good. Fight with the thief. Let's do this. Hopefully. Oh, we got a much more faster, upbeat tempo this time. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. So, why did you look away from the door anyway? In addition to the camera, I had prepared a variety of other sensors as well. First time we're hearing of them. The alarm on one of those had gone off, so I had to check the data. That's why I went to the computer, and elegantly, of course. So you were momentarily vulnerable when you were working on the computer? What should I do? Should I ask some more questions? Absolutely! Ooh. About the sensor first. What kind of sensors are you talking about? There are other places in the basement that someone could enter and exit from. There are air conditioning ducts, sewer pipes, and a cat door as well. Really? 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 I hooked up heat detecting, infrared, and ultraviolet sensors, each of them. That's a lot of hardware. Was it all yours? Lordly Taylor department store was kind enough to provide me the monitoring survey, or hardware. Naturally, the security camera took the photo belongs to them as well. In other words, you couldn't have rigged the equipment, huh? Has cleared up any doubts about you, that you had about me, so lawyer? I want to go back to that one. And I want to select the other option. Because... computer. So, did that computer belong to Lordly Taylor as well? Correct! Well, excellent for the program that manages the data. Well, that was specifically designed by me, look at me! In that case, he could have easily manipulated the data. What's wrong, said Loya? Okay, nothing there. However, look at me, it cannot be so easily discombobulated. What does that mean? Discombobulated. Young people these days, they really irritate me. They allow perfectly good old words to die until everyone forgets what they mean. Sorry, but what exactly does it mean anyway? The judge has no idea, does he? Oh, the nuts. Well, now I've forgotten. What was the saying? I'm just waiting for a trophy to pop up that says discombobulated. Jeez, it's better than old people who forget what they were saying 5 seconds ago. Well, it looks like that we've cleared that up. You can go on with your testimony. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed the weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. What do you mean by a weapon from the side? Naturally, the thief had no idea that look at me, was hiding the area. He grabbed the sword from the statue that was standing by the door to the warehouse. Sword? You mean the sword that was all twisted like a tree branch? Correct! Fortunately for me, the blade was not sharp. Okay, so he is talking about the Shichishito. So, the thief armed himself with the sword, and what about yourself, witness? A two gentleman fights only with his own fist, but they were not enough. You had that much faith in your own fighting abilities? But of course, in college I was second in charge of the boxing club. I'm sorry if I failed to find that appropriately impressive. However, my opponent in the ring this time was my arch nemesis, Master Damask! This guy is a real piece of work. His first blow struck true, and that's all she wrote. Can you tell us a little bit more about, I don't know, what happened? My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was powericious. Powericious? Is that even a word? Did you just use a word, powericious? I mean, what is this guy thinking? I assume the Atmey fighting silence, but the sudden flash of light blinded me. That, of course, was checkmate. My opponent had bested me. What do I do now? Should I ask more about this? Yeah, I want to know what he was blinded by. So what was this flash of light that blinded you? I was bathed in the golden light that seemed to come from the statue of the woman. The statue of Amy Faye, I'm guessing. Well, that wasn't very much help at all. Well, what do you think, Nick? Well, there's one thing that I'm absolutely sure of now. Yeah, what is it? This Look At Me guy is definitely hiding something. But why? I think I'm starting to figure out what really happened that night. And about his true nature of this detective. Why, is he trying to say that he's just a complete loser? Ah, darn it. My bad. I meant to press on that last remark. Because I wanted to select the Atmey fighting style. Atmey fighting style. What is this Atmey fighting style? I'm sorry, but that's the trade secret. I really can't say anymore. But I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way no one can get behind you. That's it? That's the Atmey fighting style? Well, Mr. Wright, what about the testimony? He said something interesting. Hold on. Where did the Shishito hit? The Shishito hit the back of the head. But he clearly says you put your back against the wall. So how could the blow hit him on the back of the head if his back is against the wall? Man, I'm kind of glad I got stuck on that last one because it means I read this multiple times. It's very important. Of course it's important. We learned a detective's secret technique after all. Well, yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone late at night. Why the heck is he eyeballing me like that? It's creeping me out. Now then, witness. Add it to your testimony? Well, go ahead and add that secret information to official testimony. Good, that's exactly what I needed. I put my back to the wall to fight, but this blow landed upon my third eye. Where is this third eye you're talking about? It's a camera? Oh, it's right between my right and left eyebrows. Okay, I guess it's not the camera. It's quite invisible to the unenlightened. You may call it in the forehead if you like. Yeah, I don't think that's like Harry Dresden's third eye. So, yeah. Why didn't you just say that in the first place? So there we are. It looks like the creases in your own forehead are getting deeper. So Mr. Atmey got hit in the forehead then? Well, that's what he says. I got a funny feeling about that. Actually, so do I. Well, what do you think, Nick? Well, there's only one thing that I'm absolutely sure of now. And this is where he's definitely hiding something. Alright. I think we know exactly what to do here. Bullseye. Detective Atmey, your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards. What fun is this? What fun this is, so there we are. It's really a pleasure to cast swords with you. I think this guy's just a fraud. Fake. An nincompoop. And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet. I believe this is what you said yesterday. No, the coward must have wormed his way through somewhere besides the door. Then my arch nemesis struck me in the head from behind with this gruesome item here.
from behind, huh?
But just now, you testified that he struck you on the forehead. I hardly think you could forget where you were hit on the head.
It seems I made another mistake.
No, Detective Atmey. It's not the only strange part of your testimony.
What do you mean by that?
For example, the very fact that you hid the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with security. Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad. Well, that's wrong.
Objection!
Wow, did you hear that voice? Oh my god. That voice. I could not do that voice in a million years. I'm gonna stick with the robot voice. Sorry, I can't do that.
Object.
Oh my gosh, how do you... I'm sorry, but I have a naturally high-pitched voice. There's no way I could do that. The error is human. To forgive, divine. Humans aren't machines. They have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate, and yes, they even make mistakes. Hey, hold on. It's not as pretty as that. Whoa, there's coffee one up in there. Really? What is it like then? All the exclamative dots. Always chase a riddle down to the end. That's one of my rules. How many rules do you have, buddy? This guy is weird. This is it. This might just be my chance to turn things around.
Mr. Wright, what exactly is that you're asserting?
Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that I'm gonna save. We have a health bar. It's only one thing though. Mr. Atmey is no ace detective. Mr. Atmey is a fake. That Mr. Atmey is mask started mask. This is the one I thought of. But these both sound the same, don't they? I don't think he's mask started mask anymore. I'm pretty sure he's just a buffoon. The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Take a look at Atmey's true identity is actually mask started mask. Yarg!
Order in the court, Mr. Wright. What's the meaning of this?
Actually, that probably is the right answer. Hold on, was my crazy theory right? Because I said these both sound the same. Since they both sound the same, this actually could be the right answer. Wow. In the same episode, I theorized one thing and then came up with the completely opposite answer later on. The truth is, this witness is no ace detective at all.
Oh, the deaths. So then, what exactly do you say that I am?
Well, an average detective?
I hardly see the relevance of that.
What are you doing, Nick? What, you going to go on the attack? I was planning on it, but it looks like I'm the only one who got attacked instead.
Think harder next time. Mr. Wright, what exactly is he asserting?
That Atmey is a fake. The witness doesn't look at me. He's a fake.
So now it's just mask started mask. You saying I'm a fake too?
An ace detective could never be as forgetful as this guy. Imposters like you are often suspicious of others as well.
Really, this is too much. Next you'll be calling me a fake too.
Alright, well I guess that was really the thing I was supposed to put. Huh. Maybe I was right about my theory a long time ago. But that means I'm probably totally wrong too. Oh boy.
Yep, order. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
There are too many unnatural parts to Mr. Atmey's story. He says he was hiding at the crime scene, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then, in his last case, he managed to outperform Detective Gumshoe and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure.
Well, that's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant deduction I picked up clues at the place overlooked in order to arrive at it.
No, oh, please. The explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atmey. The truth is that you are, in fact, Mask Starter Mask.
Urgh! But Mr. Wright, in this photo, it clearly shows Mask Starter Mask. The security camera belongs to Lowly Taylor Department Store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it.
He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. Then he simply dressed up as a thief and stole the yarn.
So, the detective actually is an ace thief. Is this true, witness?
Oh, the dots. Haha. Yeah! Tabasco's MO is pure genius, and so am I. Look at me as detective. You are very clever to have come to such a conclusion. I am impressed, Sir Lawyer.
What? A witness? You admitting it?
Hey Nick, now's your chance. Yes, time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin. Detective Atmey, when you assume the thief's identity. Did he just pour coffee out my I can't. Oh, Lord. Oh, no. Oh, I'm almost crying. I'm laughing so hard. Oh, jeez. Oh. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, man, that was... Oh. If I didn't care so much about using clickbait, that would be my thumbnail. Without a doubt, that would definitely be my thumbnail. But because I had tried very hard in the past to make sure my thumbnail doesn't spoil anything, I don't want to spoil that moment for anyone. Anyone who hasn't seen that moment, I do not want to spoil it. So, oh dear Lord, oh man, oh. All right, let's try to get back to here. Whew. Oh man. Whew. Good old blend number 102, my personal favorite. Oh, look at those eyes.
Mr. Godo.
The ace detective is actually the ace thief. I smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem. It simply isn't true.
But Mr. Godo, Mr. Wright has made some very strong points tonight.
And Mr. Wright is like on fire right now. What's better, Mr. Wright? Would it be better to get whipped by Francisca or have hot scalding coffee thrown at your face? That's a really good throw, by the way. Good Lord. How does he do that? I mean, is he like Hawkeye in disguise, able to flick something that far? Yeah, I just finished watching Hawkeye on Disney Plus, so. I will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of a whole cloth. But it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork quilt. Mr. Wright. If this detective really is the thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But it had better be as hot and as perfect as a coffee dripping down your face.
Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there.
I'm sorry, I need medical attention. My face is on fire.
This court would like to see this decisive proof you have quickly.
Aren't you gonna say anything to him about throwing hot things on other people? I mean, you could be next. Huh? Oh, yes, of course. What's the big rush? Thank you, Maya, for that towel, because that's what I'm gonna assume. I mean, either Phoenix, like, drank it all, or Maya gave him a towel. Thanks, Maya. I'm gonna pretend that Maya gave him a towel. Are you alright, Nick? Atmey looks pretty rattled right now. Alright, let's save. I'd like to finish this right now if I can. But can I really do it? The decisive evidence that proves Mr. Luke Atmey is in fact Mask Starter Mask. Do I have decisive evidence? Is it this? Because if you think about it, the camera went off at 1 p.m., right? And if the camera went off, then should it have gone off twice? Once for the camera going off and once for the camera not going off? I don't know. Like, I don't think this is proof that he's Mask Starter Mask. I don't think it's a calling card. The urn doesn't seem to say anything. There's nothing on the statue that could indicate it was him. And as far as a brooch, there's nothing on this to say that it wasn't self-torn off. Okay, if I say he has yet to be found, I did just save. Because if I say it's right here, I'm not going to know what to choose. And if I don't know what to choose, how would I... If I don't know what to choose, how would I know what to choose? But if I say it's yet to be found, it may buy me an extra day to look for evidence. Let's go with that. Proof? Of course, I got nothing. Just what I thought. A man has to hold his head up, no matter how hard things get, after all. Ugh. I see. So do I actually have to present evidence? Is it gonna make me do it? I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion. Or your assertion. This is no good. I gotta stay on the attack. I'll never get another chance to prove that this guy's a thief. I guess I do have to present evidence. Don't give up, Nick. Think again and try harder. It's so good, I'm just not ready yet. Well, but are you going to just give up and let us lose this? So, you cut your senses, have you? So can't think of a counterattack at all. It seems the cloud of suspicions around this witness is lifted. Mr. Godo, if you have anything further to add, then... Who? Yeah, who said that? Oh, hello? Who are you? Well, Desiree's suddenly taking the sand. That's interesting. Huh. Alright, well, we're gonna have to follow this line of questioning in the next episode, my friends. My name is FlightlessBird. This is your story-based gaming channel. This is our blind Let's Play. It's Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. Until next time, when we try to figure out what Desiree has to say. Huh. Surprised to see her take the stand, though. Interesting. So long, and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you would like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more. Also, please do not forget, you matter, you are brilliant, and you are loved. And you should always remember to be true to yourself. Don't let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly feathered flightless bird. Till next time.